everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Thomas's Broncos going up against Edelman's Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 60 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now another shot here at the PAT. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st down, Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly running the football.
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. A dump off to Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And that is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They are going to go. It's Simeon. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Todd Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Danny Amendola from 8 yards out, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now Simeon. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's New England defensively. Last year, the #1 overall defense as far as points given up goes. And they've got a lot coming back in 2017.
Now, they certainly do. And let's go back to the Super Bowl. Trey Flowers, who was their leading sack guy in 2006, he had 7 in the regular season. He was a monster in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He's back there for them. How about Dante Hightower at linebacker? His first Pro Bowl in 2016.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Last year for Edelman, just below 100 receptions, 98, over 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns. And, you know, this is a guy that gets a lot of pub for being that perfect receiver for Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. What's his role going forward?
I think his role going forward is to be a bona fide #1 receiver in the NFL, meaning he's not just a Tom Brady receiver. He's that guy for anyone. And he spent so much time proving himself as he got into the league, just what you were talking about. Can I have a role here with New England? Now it's not just proving himself, it's continuing to develop in his craft. And I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. He never gave up on himself in his dreams, and he doesn't give up on any single play.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Screen play, Anderson. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, there's 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Here we go.
Simeon on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Simeon now on second down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Sanders, the former SMU product, had 79 catches last year, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. They're going to need more of him in Denver if they want to get back into the playoffs.
Part of a great tandem, he and Demaryius Thomas. And Demaryius plays out wide. He's one of those guys that you send him out there and let him work one-on-one and use his big body and his big frame to get open. Emmanuel Sanders, he has the ability to work inside as well. And he's not just quick, he's also fast, and he's dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes he runs are right in the sight line. Easy throws for a QB.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Simeon. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
To throw is Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He'll get it outside to Gronkowski. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with them all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background. Right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And yes, that is something Von Miller does very well. 13.5 sacks last year, 2nd in the league, and was right in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Again. And if he plays full seasons or nearly full seasons, he'll be in that running for the rest of his career. I love his ability to bend coming around the corner, and sometimes we don't talk about that enough. His ability to have the best leverage, get lower than the offensive tackle, yet still running at full speed and wrapping his way around the corner and getting to the quarterback.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. Brady now on 3rd and goal. Trying to hit the tight end, Bennett, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field They play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A nice gain at 21 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's second down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. A big play there for the Patriots. 33 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and has converted to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just talent.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. After the interception, here's Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards on the pickup. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shane McClellan coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On second down, here's Simeon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Returnable here from the 38. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But then, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Brady to throw on second down. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And coming out now, the Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Screen play, Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Simeon. Norwood's got it, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. In the backfield is Anderson. To throw on second is Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time, and it's fourth down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Simeon. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So 2nd and 10 here. Blunt, the lone running back. Play action. Now it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. In the backfield is Anderson. And they'll get it up the middle. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. Catch here, left side, Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Set. Green 39.
To the air again, Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now Simeon. They set up the screen to Booker. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake to the sideline. And, oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Just barely picking up the 1st down. I guess hindsight's 20/20. The fake worked, but not by much.
Luckily, the 20/20 kicked in, right? Because it was that close to it not being a very good call. I mean, I was holding my breath up here to see if they actually got it, and at first glance, I didn't think they did.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now it's Simeon. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jordan Norwood, 30 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, Anderson. Anderson loses the football, and the Patriots have it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They slot Gronkowski outright. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
On first down, Simeon trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Crick in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Brady throwing on second down. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
And now some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium, they know how to connect.
In ways that sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you've told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they'll put him on the backside of formation as the single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
To throw, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Brady's going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They come out here in the eye. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 5 yards remain now, still first down.
Here we go now. Green.
Now Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be first down, Denver.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green.
They pitch it out to Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Let's go. 3-19.
On third and short, this is Janovich. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go. Green.
On first down, it's Simeon. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Broncos a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go.
To throw on second is Simeon. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now Dion Lewis to return. Oh, up and over. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Patriots coming out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And an alley to run. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Patriots a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Brady gives now to Blunt. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised here that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
20.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
11 yards for number 11. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Red zone opportunity.
Single. 87 feet. 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They slot Gronkowski outright. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So now it's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Brady will look to throw for it. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. The big fella. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40. He's at the 30. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. Following the fumble recovery, Simeon. And that's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
on second down. Anderson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, Booker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They come out here in the eye. Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
On first down, Simeon. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Here's Simeon. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Back to throw, Simeon. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hurry up, here we go.
Desperation time for nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Patriots have it. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 22 yards of the pickup there. And it gives the Pats a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blount with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. A good start there on this fourth-quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Wide open. Gronkowski. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Brady will look to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Now let's go.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. Brady to throw on second down. And now here is another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. After the interception, here's Simeon. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On second down, here's Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the...
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
2nd and 10, Simeon again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Lyon. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking deep now for Amendola. Time for a break. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Brady going to look to throw. Going underneath to Blunt. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be 1st down, New England. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much good.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Hogan with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And at this stage, down in this... Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Set of downs, and they're at the run. 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
To throw, it's Brady, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.